Hi, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, giving you an injury update on Kayvon Thibodeaux, the 5th overall pick, the first pick of the Joe Schoen era. Adam Schefter reported that he suffered an MCL sprain, so it's with a 3 to 4 week timetable for the injury. So, sigh of relief that it's not anything serious. Obviously, when he went down, there was a lot of panic and with Giants Nation, including myself. You know, that looked like, okay, that could be very serious. He went down holding his knee, got everyone coming out there. Walked off under his own power, smiling, told reporters last night, like, hey, good news, we're good. So I was hoping that it was like, hey, he's just, we're going to hold him out of preseason games, but he's going to be good to go. So not the best case scenario, but avoiding the worst case scenario is what you wanted to do here. With that timetable of 3 to 4 weeks, that would put him back at best week 1 versus the Titans. The 4 weeks would be, week 2 versus the Panthers. But hey, if it's week 3 as well, like if you got to hold a week 3, do it. This is the first year of a new regime. This is a rebuilding year. Do not rush the first pick of this regime back. Make sure Kayvon Thibodeaux is fully healthy before you bring him back. Yes, will it be frustrating if he misses the first 2-3 weeks of the season? Yeah, absolutely. We all want to see Kayvon Thibodeaux play, get sacks, tackles for a loss, and compete for Rookie of the Year and help the Giants pass rush that desperately needed it. Like it was a needed pick. But this is a long-term play. Be as patient as you need to be. Be over-patient with this injury. I mean, we saw it with Azeez Ojulari. They were very patient with him. He was out there playing into the second quarter for the Giants last year. So he's a cornerstone piece. So I really want to stress, I really hope the Giants are just patient with this. And I know that it's a little different when you're in the building and you want to get your pass rush better because the depth at edge is not great after Kayvon Thibodeaux and Azeez Ojulari. But nonetheless, hopefully they play this safe, and I think they will. But the Giants continue to get bit by the injury bug. I mean, 7 of the 11 draft picks are dealing with injuries when you include G.J. Davidson, who I think was all right, but he dealt with something. But you had, Kayvon injured, Josh Azudu, Cordell Flott, Dane Belton, Marcus McKeithen, Darian Beavers, D.J. Davidson as well. So Giants just seem to be plagued by injuries. I don't know if it's the turf or what, but it's definitely frustrating. But a lot of the injuries happen on the practice field, which is grass. But just overall team, how do they handle this going forward? So what do the Giants have for depth at edge? Now in practice, Ellerson Smith and Jihad Ward were dealing with some injuries, seemed to be minor. They didn't play in the preseason game on Sunday night. With that said, though, I think it's now more than ever, it needs to be said, Quincy Roche should be on this roster, and he should be ahead of the depth chart of guys like Oshane Ximines and Ellerson Smith. And I even personally think Jihad Ward, but hey, they like Jihad Ward. He's a leader. He's played in Wink Martindale's system with the Ravens. He's a vet in the room with a room full of first year and second year guys. So I understand if they want to play Jihad Ward, but Quincy Roche outperformed Oshane Ximines, who was known as a pass rush specialist in pass rushing last year for the New York Giants as a rookie, and that was Oshane Ximines as a third-year player. And Ellerson Smith has some potential. We haven't seen the potential. He does have potential, but both Oshane and Ellerson are like huge liabilities in the run game, like very bad in the run game. That was why I didn't like the Ellerson Smith pick as much. Like, yeah, he's got pass rush possibility, but he struggles in the run game, and Oshane always has. Like they just get washed out. They don't keep good edges. Quincy Roche can do that. He's not some dominant edge setter, but he can hold an edge, and he can make some plays as well, whether it's working outside in or disengaging from that edge spot. So he can make some plays in there too. And again, we saw him make plays as a rookie. Nothing special, but I think he should be the third guy after Kayvon and Azeez on this roster. At the very worst, the fourth after Jihad Ward. But it's just, I don't understand why Quincy Roche is down on the depth chart behind those guys. It's not like, and again, Oshane couldn't outperform Quincy Roche in pass rush last year. Ellerson Smith, maybe there's something there, but we haven't seen it yet. And again, the run game is so important when you're playing that edge spot. So I really think it needs to be said now more than ever that Quincy Roche should not be a surprise cut or just a regular cut, because he is the most well-rounded player after those top 3 guys. Like, he's just much more well-rounded than Oshane Ximines and Ellerson Smith, and has done better as a pass rusher as well. So, but we avoided the worst case scenario with Kayvon Thibodeaux, so that's good. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the podcast we put out this morning. We'll have a bunch of player profile episodes out as we go. So good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, check out the channel, and we avoid the worst. Let's go Big Blue.